We are back. Sorry if there were a few issues earlier, but let's try this again. We're on our third live video, and we're from the third of the major halls here at the Frankfurt Auto Show. This is VinFast. They are a Vietnamese car maker. They're a new startup. They have a number of their design talent that came from Australia. Their CEO is a retired General Motors executive, and they're hoping to make vehicles first for the Vietnamese market, then through the rest of Asia. This is an SUV that they have that they're showing here in Paris, and we'll move around and show their quite attractive looking sedan. Again, kind of an upscale sedan. Their goals are somewhat modest at first. Again, as I said, Vietnam and Asia, but if it works, they could move elsewhere, because if you recall, people kind of laughed at the idea of Hyundai and Kia 25 years ago, and of course both of those companies have become global powerhouses, and VinFast is actually more than just a little startup. They brought in people with experience in the automobile industry. So it's very interesting to see what may or may not happen with them. We're going to move down to a couple of the French brands. Renault, if you remember it in the US from its Le Car days. They obviously have big display spaces here. And they have a couple of really interesting mobility concepts that I want to show you. These are concepts. The Renault Easy Pro, it's called, is a concept in mobile delivery vehicles. The idea that automated vehicles can be more than just people movers. They can move stuff. There's been a lot of talk about that, a lot of talk about new mobility, and the fact that that could lead to new styling. Of course, Renault is part of the Renault Nissan Mitsubishi Alliance, so whatever you see here from Renault could also come to the US in some form as a Nissan. Of course, these are concepts right now, but as vehicles change, as there's more automation, you never know what might happen. And finally, here at Renault, the Easy Go, which is sort of an idea on how automation can make a vehicle very different, more like a living room on wheels, things of that nature. So a lot of this is saying that as electrification, automation changes automobiles, it allows car companies to kind of rethink what is and what isn't possible. And finally, we're going to wrap everything up just because I absolutely love the lion that Peugeot has as its symbol. You can see across at the Peugeot stand, yes, there are a lot of sedans, but also a ton of utilities and crossovers, more on the small side, because those are very popular here in Europe like they are in the US, just a little bit smaller. So again, that wraps up my Facebook Live tour of the Paris Auto Show. Stay with WWJ News Radio 950 for more reports.